Good afternoon. Hi, I'm Ganesan. I lead the distribution sector for IBM India South Asia, and retail and consumer products is part of it, central part of it. So today I'm going to talk about how do we transform the omni-channel landscape, and thank you. What are the trends we are seeing in the market? And there is an important trend that we spotted, which is called hybrid retail. Right? I'm going to unpack in a bit about what that is, and then how that is shaping the entire shopping behavior of the consumers, and how we need to transform our omni-channel landscape to be able to leverage or cash in on the trend. And the optimization of your architecture, the strength of your architecture, your IT architecture, your digital architecture is going to be key in leveraging the hybrid retail trend that we are seeing. So first, the trends that we spotted. IBM Institute of Business Value did a survey of about 20,000 consumers worldwide across 28 different countries. And we came up with a research report, which will be circulated by RAI in a while. And the research report is titled Consumer Who Wants It All, very aptly titled. Because today's consumers, if you look at it, while the retail is recovering, the consumers want choice. Consumers want value as well as values, right? While consumers are looking for value in the products and services, better price, better promotions, and so on, they are also looking for the right kind of providers, the values in terms of your importance you're giving to sustainability, social inclusion, CSR, and so on. So consumers are looking at all of that. And consumers are experimenting across multiple channels. As we all know, that omni-channel has been there. There have been multiple channels that have come into play. Used to have web, then mobile and social, and chat commerce, and then video-based selling. So we have been adding channels after channels, right? And consumers are experimenting across all these channels. And they are creating their own consumer journey by combining these multiple channels, what we call as hybrid retail, right? So using online and offline and combining it effectively to suit their needs is what is actually hybrid retail, which is happening. While the recovery is happening, it is K-shaped. There are certain set of customers who are spending a lot. Often they are very choosy. They are focused on what we are offering. The values alignment they are seeking for, the importance that you give to sustainability and other things. And there are customers who are actually looking for value. And personalization is a given, right? If you don't offer personalization at a store level, right, there is a lot to lose for the retailers. With that, let's get into this hybrid retail. Like I said, this is basically how consumers are actually using offline and online channels to come up with a unique consumer journey that suits their needs, right? That's hybrid retail. And customers are doing what suits them better. So what's the stats like? How is it picking up? While the online is about 28% globally, this is the global stats on hybrid retail. And pure in-store, pure offline is 45%. The hybrid is about 25%. So almost a third of the customers are looking for hybrid retail, journey. And this is very high in Gen Zs and millennials. Gen Zs, those born after 97 and so on. And millennials, the trend is much higher, and the adoption of hybrid retail is very high in home goods like home improvement products and furnitures and so on. So what's the story in India? India, it's even higher, the adoption of hybrid retail, right? In India, it is close to 40% on an average. Again, across the board, it is higher, and very high penetration, almost half in Gen Zs, right? And across the categories, the penetration for hybrid retail is much higher. So this is a phenomenon which is there to stay. If you look at how the consumers are actually shopping, they learn, they shop, and then they finally make a purchase decision, they make a purchase, they make a payment, right? and they use multiple channels for doing so, right? So they mix and match, they go into social media site, and from there they get some inspiration, they look for the product, right? And then if you have hooks from the social media site to your e-commerce website, then you get to keep the customer, right? The customer looks for an inspiration, goes into your site, places the order, right, and gets it delivered, or goes to the store, right? And if you have continuity of the experience across all of this, if you have continuity of customers' engagement across all these channels, then you get to keep the customer, and customer makes the transaction, in one of your channels. So what do you need to do to cash in on this hybrid retail trend? So we've seen that hybrid retail is picking up in a big way. We have opened up multiple channels. In one of the sessions, I heard somebody say, we are still multi-channel, we are not omni-channel, which is true. We have opened up multiple channels, but we have not combined them. We have not created a continuity of experience and engagement across all these channels, right? If a customer walks into your store, do you know what the customer has done before walking into the store? Is there a way for you to know, right? If a customer goes into a social media site, right, do you have enough links from there to your e-commerce site to complete the transaction, right? Is there a seamless flow that you have? Is there a way customer can come and place the order and get it delivered at home? Well, some of the retailers already started this practice, right? You come and place an order, and you go off and then get it delivered in your store, in your home. So these capabilities are absolutely important. You need to understand what customers are doing across. CDP has been there for some time now. CDP as a market is emerging in a big way. There are so many products right now, but still, retailers need to leverage it in a big way to understand what customers are doing online and offline, and then fulfill whatever their needs are across these multiple channels, right? Customers want to be understood across what they are doing in these channels and fulfill the way they want, right? So this is omni-channel, right? This is the converged commerce, what we call as, which is going to support the trend of hybrid retail. Now, in terms of how do we, deliver this in both digital and physical, right? In digital, the social media activities of customers, and then linking that to e-commerce, and then based on that, recommending personalized, recommendations to the customer, and leading to, if customer has to come to the store from e-commerce, right? You can also, there are some retailers who are already practicing this. Set up a store appointment, come and see the product. As soon as somebody comes in, customer service knows what you're looking for, and then they are able to do a quick checkout, right? And then able to recommend the products using your, clienteling apps that you use in stores. So this is an example. This is an illustration of how you can create a continuous journey, right, across multiple touch points. But the good thing is, if you take hybrid retail is a combination of both online and offline. So between online and offline, right, if you take hybrid and pure offline, the stores are here to stay. As hybrid retail is catching up, the importance of stores is only growing. So stores are providing the experience that is needed. The part that they are missing online, it is completing their experience journey. And stores are also acting as hyper-local micro fulfillment points. So stores are here to stay, but are the stores delivering the necessary consumer experience? Where are they lacking, right? So what are customers saying? The consumers that we surveyed are saying that they need, improve in the stores. Well, variety of products is one thing, which is about analytics, assortment, optimizing, having sharper assortments is one thing. Then faster checkout and more information about products, self-service in the stores. So what does all of this mean? This means that you need to bring more digital element into the stores. You need to understand the consumers to have the relevant set of assortment there, faster checkout, self-service checkout, and clienteling apps and endless aisle and so on, so that consumers are able to quickly find what they need and they are able to complete the transaction, right? So certainly this calls for digitalization of the stores. As the consumers walk into the stores, how many retailers have currently the ability to know what the customer is looking for without the consumer telling you, right? And how can you find out from all the activities that you have, in spite of having all the great technology of CDP and so on, right? So that's the key. The other thing is about store associate support. In the morning, one of the sessions, I heard a speaker say that if somebody walks into the store, the role of a consumer, the associate, the customer associate, is to point to the aisle where the product is located. It's got to go beyond that. It's not just about pointing where the product is, but probing more into what the consumer is looking for, what they're looking at buying, what are their needs. We've all heard about Best Buy some time back. Staying in business, taking head-on the competition from various marketplace players by actually having a stronger store support, advocacy, and customer service associates who could advise the right product, right? So that still says you have greater opportunity to deliver greater customer satisfaction, engagement, and experience by having store associates provide the right advice, help the customers find the right products. So, so this is all the findings that we have. So if I net it down to the actions that we need to take, there's one action about digitally enabling the stores, right? There is a need to integrate seamlessly the digital and physical channels. And there is also an opportunity to understand, customers better, more when they walk into your stores, and create better, improve the touch points in the stores, and make the store special for, consumers. What can they get out of the stores that they are missing offline? How can you make the store experience special? That's another thing. And finally, last but not the least, elevate the role of store associates, right? Making them real ambassadors of the brand, advisors, somebody who can actually make, customer find the right experience they're looking for. So what does this require? The hybrid retail requires, a whole lot of different technologies. There is a need to, create better convergence across the channels. Converged experience is key, which requires you to integrate, physical and digital, like we saw. And that requires a stronger customer view. Without having a single view of the customer, you're not in a position to do that and allow consumers to perform any task, anytime, order, fulfill, whichever way they want, and personalize at a deeper level. It also requires a lot of cognitive technologies, AI, AR, VR, all of them have come into play. Search is going to be absolutely important. Now in the ONDC world, search is going to be key in terms of how you're going to find the right product, right? As the network gets formed, you are going to use multiple channels to look for the right product that you need. So, natural language search, visual browse, and visual search, all of them are going to be important. Customers are going to get inspiration from one of the social media posts. They may not know what the product is. They would want to take a picture and upload and help you recommend the relevant product, which is close to it. And then creating this intelligent workflows across multiple platforms, right? So this requires you to create, the workflow which spans, you have lots of software applications that are available, ERP, CRM, e-commerce, the CDP, and so on. So you need to create a workflow across all of this. That's what intelligent workflow is, which will lead to efficient operations. So to net this all down, in simple words, you need to look at your overall architecture. You need to simplify, optimize your digital architecture, right? Your architecture, your digital architecture should be capable of delivering the capabilities that we just talked about. Consumers are moving on. They are creating their own experience with all the channels they've got. It's important for us actually to understand the different journeys consumers are taking and ensure that our overall IT architecture, from infrastructure all the way up to the applications that are touching the end customers, and ensure that that is well integrated, tightly woven to deliver the experience that consumers are looking for. So it's a fast-moving world, and the early movers take it all, right? Therefore, it's waiting and watching is not going to be the right strategy. Hybrid retail is a reality. It's a call for everybody to jump into it. So with that, thank you so much.